Hello everyone and welcome to Module 9, European Legal Framework on EDI in Employment. Today we will be looking at an introduction and overview of the impact of EDI directives on workplace practices. The aim of this presentation is to provide an overview of the impact of the EDI directives in the workplace, specifically recruitment, selection, training, development, remuneration, identity, and equal treatment. At the end of this presentation, you will be able to identify key European directives that inform EDI workplace practice and apply one of the EU EDI directives to workplace practice. Starting off, we will discuss the Gender Recast Directive and its 5 priority areas. Next, we will look at the importance of EU EDI directives in the workplace, followed by the impacts on workplace practice. Finally, we will discuss handling unaddressed EDI issues in the workplace. The Gender Recast Directive 2006/54/EC has 5 priority areas, including increasing female labour market participation, economic independence of women and men, reducing the gender pay, earnings and pension gaps, fighting poverty among women, promoting gender equality in decision-making. Importance of EU EDI directives in the workplace. These directives protect employees from unfair and unequal treatment on protected characteristic grounds, including age, gender, marital status, disability, political and religious beliefs, age, ethnicity. They promote fair procedures in the workplace, including recruitment, selection, training, development, pay and remuneration. Limitations of EU EDI directives. Many directives adopt binary definitions of gender, failing to recognize non-binary and other identities. This limits the effectiveness of protections for individuals. For example, the Equal Treatment Directive primarily addresses discrimination based on gender, explicitly recognizing male and female categories. Individuals who identify outside these binary categories may not receive adequate legal protection from discrimination in the workplace. Recruitment. Diverse candidate pools. EDI directives encourage organizations to actively seek diverse candidates by implementing inclusive recruitment strategies, such as broadening outreach efforts and using unbiased job descriptions. This leads to a more varied and representative workforce. Reduction in bias. The directives help to minimize unconscious bias in recruitment by promoting the use of standardized criteria and structured interviews, ensuring that all candidates are evaluated fairly based on their qualifications and potential. Selection. The implementation of EDI directives promotes transparent selection processes, reducing the potential for discriminatory practices and increasing trust in the hiring system among candidates. Training. Inclusive training programs. EDI directives encourage the implementation of inclusive training programs, addressing the diverse needs of all employees and promoting a culture of continuous learning and development for everyone. Training. Awareness and sensitivity training. The EDI directives also encourage the adaptation of diversity and inclusion training programs, which are often introduced to raise awareness about bias, discrimination, and cultural sensitivity, helping to create a more respectful and cohesive workplace environment. Development. Equal access to development opportunities. EDI policies influenced by directives ensure that all employees have equal access to career development opportunities, such as mentoring, coaching, and leadership programs, regardless of their background. Development. Personalized development plans. By recognizing the unique needs of diverse employees, organizations can create more tailored development plans that support the growth of all staff, leading to higher engagement and retention. Remuneration. Pay equity. EDI directives promote pay equity by requiring regular audits and adjustments to ensure that employees performing similar roles are compensated equally regardless of gender, ethnicity, or other characteristics. Remuneration. Transparent pay structures. Organizations are encouraged to implement clear and transparent pay structures under EDI directives, reducing the likelihood of unfair pay disparities and promoting trust within the workforce. Handling unaddressed EDI issues in the workplace. In Europe, the principles guiding grievance procedures are generally consistent across countries, as EU directives set minimum standards for fair treatment, transparency, and representation in the workplace. However, specific practices vary to accommodate national labour laws and workplace structures. The procedure we will outline is based on the Irish context, specifically referencing Ireland's Workplace Relations Commission and the Code of Practice on Grievance and Disciplinary Procedures. The Workplace Relations Commission guidelines highlight the importance of clear, fair procedures and access to representation. Addressing grievances. A grievance procedure is a formal process that employees can use to raise concerns, complaints, or issues related to their workplace, such as unfair treatment, discrimination, or conflicts with management or co-workers. Importance of procedures. Procedures are necessary to ensure both that while discipline is maintained in the workplace by applying disciplinary measures in a fair and consistent manner, grievances are handled in accordance with the principles of natural justice and fairness. Handling unaddressed EDI issues in the workplace. In Europe, the principles guiding grievance procedures are consistent across countries, as EU directives set minimum standards for fair treatment, transparency, and representation in the workplace. However, specific practices vary to accommodate national labour laws and workplace structures. The following steps can guide you in resolving EDI issues that remain unaddressed in the workplace. Raise concerns informally. Start with your immediate manager. Express your concerns respectfully to seek a resolution at the local level. Use grievance procedures. Follow formal grievance procedures if informal discussions don't resolve the issue. Document specific examples of non-compliance to support your case. Seek representation. You are entitled to representation during this process, such as a trade union representative or colleague. Escalate if necessary. Escalate the issue to HR or senior management if still unresolved. External support. If internal steps don't work, consider reaching out to external agencies like the Workplace Relations Commission for further assistance. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Here is a list of the key points we covered today. Importance of EU EDI directives. Directives encourage equal treatment in recruitment, selection, and remuneration, protecting employees from discrimination based on various characteristics. Impacts on workplace practices. Inclusive development. Organizations are encouraged to provide equal access to training and development opportunities, fostering a culture of continuous growth for all employees. Transparent processes. Directives advocate for transparent pay structures and standardized selection processes, enhancing trust and accountability in the workplace. Handling EDI issues. Clear grievance procedures ensure that employee concerns are addressed fairly and transparently, promoting a respectful workplace environment. Here you can see a list of the references used throughout the presentation. These sources will assist you in researching more deeply into European equality, diversity and inclusion directives. Thank you for listening. I hope this presentation has provided you with a deeper understanding of European directives and how they impact us in our working lives.